Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Free Learner. Today we will learn about one most important technique of life science, that is qPCR or quantitative PCR or QRT, reverse transcriptase PCR. What is quantitative PCR and how to design the quantitative PCR experiment, and what are the different kind of controls used for that, and what are the phases. Let's start. The quantitative PCR is the most common technique for quantification of nucleic acid. It may be RNA or it may be DNA, and this is gives us the measure of gene expression study. So, if we have the sample, tissue sample, we can get it from by extraction of RNA or DNA. We are getting the DNA or RNA sample. If we have the DNA sample, then we will go for qPCR directly, and if we have the RNA sample, then we have to make it the cDNA by using the reverse transcriptase. After that, we will perform the qPCR. What are the phases of the qPCR? This is the main have the three phases of qPCR. We have to know each phase one by one. First one is the exponential phases. What happen in the exponential phases? This is known as also the starting phases of the PCR. Then the linear phase, then the plateau. These are the three phases of the qPCR. What happens here in the exponential phases? This is the starting phase. What happen here? The plenty of primers and also plenty of the template are there in mix in the reaction. So the concentration of the desired gene product in those conditions are getting increased in this phase. So this is known as the exponential phase, and after that certain condition, the time reaches to the certain condition, the desired gene product at those condition are the gene are continuously getting increased. So this process is known as the linear. In the third phase, what happen? The condition after 30 cycle, the PCR almost done. So what happened? There are the limitations because the probes and also the primers and also the DNA templates all are less, and this condition the PCR process starts to halt. In this condition we get very linearized value, that is known as the plateau phase. These are the three phases of the qPCR, and this is the most important thing is that in the exponential phase of PCR, the amount of PCR product is proportional to the amount of starting template that was initially added. Then there is another term is coming known as the CT or cycle of threshold. What is CT? The cycle of threshold, and why the CT is important in qPCR? What is the role of CT here? So CT value is the value in which during the exponential phase, after certain time of concentration of product is pretty higher, so that we can designation that we can separate them into the background noise, that is called as the cycle of threshold or CT. The concentration of desired sample separated from the background noise known as CT. So the cycle of threshold indicate that we can take for the major DNA or the major gene that above the CT, not below the CT value, because the below the CT value gives us the more background noise. So here in the qPCR, in the most important thing is that at the time of analysis also we get some result. In conventional PCR, after the reaction is complete, we at the end of the result, if we are loading in the gel or checking in the sequencing, we will getting the result. But in case of qPCR, we are getting the result after one cycle, because this is the expression study measurement. Then what are the controls we are taking for this qPCR? These are what are the maybe the negative controls, how to check our PCR is we are performing the PCR reaction is correct or not. Here we have to take some technical replicates as well as the biological replicates. For the technical replicates, we are taking the no template control, means if we are not adding the DNA or RNA in this sample. If we are not adding, then omit the DNA RNA templates from the reaction and serve as the general control. For the nucleic acid contamination, where we are using the cybergreen chemistry, that also serve as the important control for the primodiamond formation. Then revert transcriptase RT. If we are not taking RT or taking RT, then what happens? And this control access the amount of DNA contamination, presence of RNA preparation. These are the negative controls we are taking at the time of qPCR preparation. Advantage of qPCR. Due to the high sensitivity, it allowed the detection of low copy targets with greater confidence and very wide dynamic range of copies, that means 10 to the power 11 copies detectable within the single run. These are the advantage of qPCR, and it also increase the fluorescence directly proportional to the amount of template. So it could, and here there is no agar gel is needed for checking the product, and also no use of yttrium bromide or radioactive reagent. What are the applications of qPCR? No doubt it also has a wide range of application in the starting with the medicine to and diagnosis to and also microbiology, research use, clinical quantification, and also genotyping. For in medicine, the fast identification of gene associated with the disease, that means it may be the cancer or genetic disease. Then in case of microbiology, if I am saying it, what is the use of the microbiology of in qPCR, then no doubt this is the identification of new microbial species. Then in research, understanding the biochemical and also signalic pathway. In clinical quantification and also genotyping, the assessment of viral load in patient groups, that means like hepatitis B. These are the applications of real-time PCR.